Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, we are so excited because we have Isidoro and Monica from To Amalfi with Love Tours. And we are going to discuss the tours. We're going to talk a little bit about their experiences because we have some really beautiful bespoke tours. They are very small tours, specifically designed for all you guys who are super savvy. So, you guys, how are you?
We're good. Hi from
Ciao
Umbria.
from Castiglione del Lago,
Oh gosh, it sounds beautiful.
near Cortona, under the sun of Tuscany.
Wow. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. It looks lovely over there, at least from the reflection that I'm seeing through your window. You guys look very healthy and happy. So good. Okay, so hey, listen, tell us a little bit about your background, Isidoro. I know that you had spent your summers in Scalea and know the area very well, but also have been doing tours for a while. And tell me a little bit about that.
I spent my last 40 years in Scalea, so I know all the area, all the surrounding. I am an official tour guide. I met Monica, my wife from the USA, on the Amalfi Coast. Then I moved to the USA. And now we are thinking to relocate in Umbria to attend, to follow my business, my tours.
Wow. Well, we were so excited when you contacted us because so many people want to come and explore the area. And as you know, not many people are familiar with it because when you look at the guidebooks, they stop at Napoli and they completely ignore all of southern Italy and they pick up again in Sicily. So to a lot of people before our channel became popular, it was just a big mystery. And I think there's still a little bit of that mystery. So this gives them an opportunity to be with somebody who really knows the area and who can provide them the kind of experiences that only somebody who knows the area can do. So one thing I do want to say about Isidoro and Monica is that when they contacted me to start up some tours, I asked them for all the like licenses and insurance, and boom, like instantly I got it. And I went, okay, good, this is good, I like this. So I can vouch for the fact that they are totally legit. And having worked with them on these tours, they actually came down to Scalea and talked to the people in Santa Domenica, talked to the restaurant owners, and even toured Casa Cristina in its almost done state. It is almost done. We'll talk a little bit about that too with them. And they really, really have put together a beautiful tour. So tell me a little bit about what you found in Scalea. And with Casa Cristina, I know somebody wrote me today and they said, oh, my husband won't stay in a B&B. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that. However, what did you think of Casa Cristina when you went through it, even in its unfinished state?
There is a stunning view. The people are very, very friendly, welcoming. It's a warm atmosphere. They are building a new pond, lake, where we can explore around. And it's near the sea, on the Riviera dei Cedri, where they deliver cedar worldwide in that area. The food is fantastic. Very, very genuine. The fruits that you can have as a taste that only in that area you can taste.
And
Yes.
if I can jump in as the American side of the couple, as far as Casa Cristina goes, and as someone who has stayed in all different places in Italy, from hotels to B&Bs to Airbnbs, I think Casa Cristina is a boutique hotel. It's just luxury. It's going to be it's the star of the show in Santa Domenica Talao, and I think for the area. It's lovely. So
It's off of the beaten path.
Yes.
You can find people in my tour. The tour I set, I put destinations such as Roma, Firenze, Sorrento, the classical destination, to have a first taste. But I wanted to offer, with your help, an authentic experience. I think that in that village, our customers will find, our tourists will find people authentically genuine.
Yes.
Well, and I think in all the in the locations in our for our tours in general, because they're small and you're getting really individualized attention, you're connecting with your guides, you're connecting with the restaurateurs. I think what's special about going down to Calabria and Santa Domenica Talao in particular is you're really connecting with the people versus the hustle and bustle of these bigger areas. You're really connecting in a
With
very
real,
authentic
you are
way.
connecting with the real Italy, the Italy of 100 villages. That's the real Italy. And there is a big movement in Italy that trying to improve, trying to get customers in these little villages.
Yes, very much so. And that is really our goal and purpose, which has been to bring people down to the areas, to bring economy and prosperity. The main thing is we see these kids growing up and having to leave their families and their villages to go find work, and we want to bring work there so they can stay there and find work there. And we've been very successful in Santa Domenica. But again, with your tours, you're bringing familiarity down to the area. And I want to point out, first of all, that this is a very small tour. It's only 10 people because that's all we can fit in Casa Cristina. And we had the opportunity of using other hotels, but we thought, we really want to really have everything under our control. We want the sweet, nice towels. We want you to wake up with a wonderful experience. We want the coffee smell coming upstairs when you wake up in the morning and, that kind of thing. So we want to be in control of the experience. So it's very, very small. But I want to say that Isidoro and Monica came down to Scalea and Santa Domenica. They ate in the restaurants. They met with all the people they're going to be dealing with. They didn't look for a good meal. You can get a good meal anywhere in Calabria. They looked for an experience, and that's the difference. That's what you're going to get when you get with one of our tours. They know how to create an experience. And honestly, travel, and I brought this up many times when we were a travel agency, which we weren't for very long. We got in the property business. But travel's all about connection and experience. There's really nothing else. When you go to your grave, God forbid, nothing else matters. All that matters was the connections and the experiences. And that's what we're going to offer you on these bespoke, teeny tiny tours.
And if I can add you, the experience, the difference of the experience is made, for what is my experience, by the approaching people authentic, people genuine, people that are not desire claiming to have something back from the tourist. Now I just had an experience with some customers, tourists from Georgia, and they were with drivers, and one driver was a gentleman. The other one was too much showing off, too much talking, too much, I'm the best. Try to protect my customers from these bad service providers, whoever they are, restaurants, tour guides, or drivers.
Yes, that's absolutely very, very important because, and when you only have 10 people or even up to 16, I know ultimately when we start, expanding a little bit, we might want to add some more in, but you can still very easily manage it. You can look at all your guys, you can really take care of them, which is something very important for our guys. Since we started in Super Savvy and bringing people to Calabria, we've had some even say maybe too much responsibility for the happiness and experience of our guys. We really want them to find the dreams that they are looking for. And I know you guys have the same view, absolutely, because I've seen it in how you approach choosing your venues, setting up the tours. I have to tell you that Antonello thought you were a molto bravo, and I've heard good things from other people in Santa Domenica as well. And they will tell me if there's a problem. But no, they said, we think he's molto serioso, is what he said. He meant that you take the time and pay attention to the details. You really want to provide a great product. And that's when they say serioso, because I've heard them say, unserious before, and and that's sort of kind of like, well, the guy trying to do it, but he's not really doing it. No, no, Studioso is a very good thing in our village. I don't know if it's the same all over Calabria, but I got good reports back from Antonello and the other people in Santa Domenica. They really liked you guys.
And I think that that was something that we connected on when we first spoke in the very beginning, Chris. Like we just want our clients to be so connected to Italy and to have an amazing, authentic as it can be, because you are a tourist, but to truly have those amazing experiences. And are the biggest compliment that we've gotten from clients is the clients who have been to Italy before and then came with us and who have said it was a completely different experience. And I think that that's a lot due to Isidoro and his connections, our team that we work with, our guides.
And I felt the same about you. I started to follow you since the 2019, and idea that I have of you, Super Savvy Travel, and Pete, is that you share my same values, my same, I would say, wavelength.
Yeah,
You say,
yeah, exactly. No, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that is the wavelength, believe it or not, of the vast majority of the businesses in Santa Domenica and the people. They love their Borgo, and they love that we love it, and they love that you see the beauty and the wonderfulness of it, and that puts us all on the same wavelength. Each one, even the guys in the piazza, they want you to have a wonderful experience when you arrive, and they'll come up and interact with you if you want them to, or that wave at you in the piazza and things like that. It's a very, very friendly, good place. And that's, of course, that's why we all chose it. Another thing I wanted to bring up is the pace of the tours. Now, you're covering a lot of area, but
Mhm.
as we discussed earlier, because the tours are small and because Isidoro is going to be watching like a hawk to see how things are going, at that size of a tour, you can actually tweak the tour a little bit with everybody's agreement if it's warranted. However, I'm really confident that Isidoro knows our demographic. He knows our viewers by having watched our channel, and he will know exactly what kind of pace is required for people that come on the tours to give them the best experience. The bottom line is everybody is aligned to give you the best experience. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up was the whole reason Pete and I started Super Savvy Travelers and pivoted into the property thing was because when we arrived in Santa Domenica and in that area, we said, oh my gosh, this place is absolutely a treasure. How come nobody's here? And we said, well, we're going to bring some people here. The locals wanted to bring people. They want economy and everything else. And our goal was then to give other people the same experiences that we've had. We've had some truly miraculous experiences that you will never experience on, like for example, we used to go cruise a lot, and they have, like you said, the popsicle stick, and everybody follows the popsicle stick, and it's wonderful and they're fun. But it's not quite the same as when you come into somebody's house, which Casa Cristina is our house, and you're a guest and you get to meet all the local people. You get to see how it really is to live in this beautiful little Borgo. And I can only assume that with you guys, every other stop, even though they are touristy, is going to be the same way. You've dug in to try to find the real experiences amongst all the touristy shops and restaurants and things like that. And that's important because, you can go to Rome and you can eat next to the monument. You can pay way too much for food that's okay. Or you can go to a place where Isidoro knows the owner and you can be treated to a really fine dining experience that you will not find anywhere else.
That's what I want to do. That's what I've done through with my colleagues, friends, I call my team, but they are friends,
Yeah.
local tour guide, local drivers that I made connection with through all my years, like as a tour guide on the Amalfi Coast. So I personally know that. And so I personally suggest in each location, where do I have to go? Where do I have to skip a restaurant for which is considered by locals, a tourist trap, versus going to a restaurant where we locals go. And that's my goal. That's my
We say, where are you taking where is your family going? Where are you going out on a date? Where, that's where we're taking people.
Yeah,
So
that is so important because anybody can go take a tour, but I don't know. I mean, there may be other tours like this one somewhere. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them where you can fall into this particular experience and be so well cared for and really get the authentic experience. So that's absolutely fantastic.
and a lot. We do a lot. We see a lot of things. The tours are really well done with guides
Just-
who are our colleagues of Isidoro's. And we have a lot of meals together, a lot of group dinners. There's just a lot offered where other tours have, and we have a balance. There's free time.
there is also free time. I'll be at their disposal even during the free time, giving suggestions, giving guidance, arranging everything they want to do during their free time.
He's such a great tour guide that I married him.
Love it. That's fantastic. Yeah. And that's actually a very good point. Plus, I'm going to make myself available to the guests when they're there. We're going to have a meet and greet. I've talked to Antonello, of course, he's molto famoso now. And maybe even get some of the other guys that you've seen on the channel for a meet and greet. I'd like to get our mayor there. He's so happy these tours are arriving in Santa Domenica. To him, that's just like a crowning achievement amongst many achievements. He's got a lot going on in Santa Domenica, but he's very, very excited about everybody coming. And all of our goal is to make everybody have an unforgettable experience in our cute Borgo up there. And of course, want to come back over and over.
And I think for a lot of Americans, Italian Americans, their families came from Calabria, and it's a chance for them to go to that area and be guided. And
we can also offer, talking about that, if someone wants to see the place of their roots, I can arrange, for example, okay, today for this couple who wants to see their village in Calabria, I can arrange for an extra day only for them.
That's fantastic. And I also wanted to say that in addition to these tours, you can set up bespoke tours. I got a message. It's funny because I'm getting all these messages now. There's a watercolor class that's thinking, hey, let's go do a workshop over there. And I said, great, we'll give you to Isidoro and Monica and we'll set it up as a tour, and there we go. But I do have to say that these tours that you guys have set up, first of all, you're covering all the must-sees in Italy, and then you're coming down to Calabria. And then if somebody wants to visit on their own later, they already know. They know where the train station is, they know where the beaches are, they know the restaurants, and of course, the best hotels. So that's actually really fabulous. It's a great, great opportunity.
that is true. So we do the group tours, but we also will do, if there is, if there are people interested in their own, a couple who wants to come and maybe come down to Santa Domenica to Lao, we can put together a bespoke itinerary. We do it all, but we do it very carefully. We feel like they're curated.
Most of the immigrants in the USA, they come from Calabria, Campania, from the South region.
If there are people who want to, connect with their roots, and it might be an
to see the house of their grandparents, we can arrange a tour there.
Oh, that's
we can put in contact with some how do you call genealogists?
genealogists. Yeah. Okay, that's.
We can go in the church to see the baptismal document. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh.
All the documents of
their ancestors.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know too.
You know what? I just want to say it's an area that is full of unexpected surprises. You just never know what's going to happen. And we, in fact, when we were just there, we took a drive to Cedri,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and everything was closed. There was no, it was at the wrong time. We got up late. Well, there happened to be a little coffee shop in the center. The woman had left her keys in the door. We peeked our heads in and she said, "Let me make you spritz, and how about a panino?" And she just let us in and opened up, and we just had a
So it's
great.
that's something that for an American it's unusual. For me, Italian, but I know that it's normal in that area. They can open the venue only for you, the bar only for you, and make a panino sandwich only for you.
Yeah.
So when we're heading to Isidoro, we need to stop in and have a spritz with her again.
I would love that. I love Papasito so much. I mean, it's just a magical place. And, there's so many magical places there, as you probably saw. You saw Papasito. We're going to be featuring Ayeta when we get up there, and then Orso Marso I mean, there's so many beautiful places. Wish we could take everybody to all of them, but there's no tour long enough that can cover them all. So that we're picking the best
For
ones.
the first, for the first tour, but next tour I can, when it will be warmer, I can add more days, cut some days in other destination, and I can put more days in Santa Domenica d'Alao if you want.
But also people will feel, once they've been there, they'll know and feel like they can come back and explore on their own.
Yeah, once they get initially familiar with how it is, it's funny because when the first time I was going to Cremona by myself, I was having nightmares that I was going to be left off at a train station with dirt roads and bumping along with my little suitcase. And when I got to Cremona, it's like, what? Oh, I'm so stupid to think that. But that's how it is. You don't know an area. And once you get there and you start going, oh, that's, Chris showed us that in her videos, or we got to go see that and I know where it is and I get the lay of the land, and you feel a little more confident, and then you can come on your own and really have a longer time where you can actually do things that you want to do, rent a car, drive to all these places, and really enjoy it. But I have to say that I love this tour. I mean, I would like to go on it myself. I'm going to be running Casa Cristina, so I cannot. But we're going to have so much fun when everybody gets down to Calabria. We're going to have a blast. I'd love to tag along with you guys to Papasito. The day I spent in Papasito was the most fun, exciting, educational day that I can remember. It was pure magic, and I will never forget it. And that's what I'm hoping that will happen with our guys too, is that they go and they have many of these days where everything's magical and they'll never forget.
I think they will. I think it's such a special area. It does feel magical. All the little villages are so wonderful and so different. And also the beginning part of the tour is going to be magical, to see Rome and Florence and Sorrento. And
it will
we
be like
end we end in Napoli, which is also just a magical
on the promenade of Naples.
Be in. So
sul lungomare di Napoli. It will be like a fairy tale living in these small villages. It's like I think a flashback into the past, like seeing people having the same pace of 1 century ago, but with some elements of the modernity. So you might see people with a modern car, with using a cell phone, but their lifestyle is the same of their values of their nonni or grandfather.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's what Americans are looking for. I think that what we found when we got to Santa Domenica is we found the unhurried lifestyle, the focus on the wonderful parts of life, not on the rush and the bustle and climbing the corporate ladder, and the burnout. What we found was connection, really connection with people who care about you and you care about them, and you all work together to create this beautiful experience, which is a life over there in one of these villages, or even the cities sometimes. I've found that everywhere. And I want to put in a little plug in Florence for when you get there, for our friend Walter Moretti for the handbags. Have you seen that? Yeah. Yeah, I want to put in a plug
We'll
there.
have to make a
Oh my
special stop.
He is the best, and he's a wonderful man, and it's a family-owned thing, and it's something that I'm sure that you would have picked out too. Okay, well, I think we've given everybody a good introduction to the tours, and we can do more interviews as we go, because I'm sure questions will come up that people want to address, and we can address them on the channel. But I have to say, we are just over the moon excited to be working with you guys and really be able to bring people down to share the
Same art.
had. Yeah, it's going to be wonderful, and I can't wait.
We can't wait too.
We
Excellent.
can wait to meet you in January.
Yeah, it's funny because we haven't met face to face, only on Zoom, but I feel like I've known you for years, so that's wonderful.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, so there you have it. We've got this beautiful tour set up and more tours, and we're going to have more fun than you can ever imagine. You're going to have memories that you will take with you wherever you go and remember them fondly, even in the winter months when you're not in Italy. So definitely sign up. There's a link below, and you can come talk to us, and we'll put you in touch with Monica and Isidoro, and we're going to see you in April when the tours start, and hopefully back again for another trip. See you soon, guys.